Hello, my friend, wherever you are. I'm sending you love, the power of positivity, and vitamin D everywhere. Welcome to the Gazillionaires Club. So, okay. I just went to the bank to, withdraw some cash. And so if you have Bank of America and you go to a country that partnered with Bank of America, they don't charge you for the, I don't know what you call it, but so for example, there's an extra service that they don't charge you, but then they ended up charging me $5 for using, to withdraw. But I believe there is a maybe I was using my credit card. No, I was using my debit card. So I have Bank of America. I went to Scotia Bank, and they charged me like $5 to use the service. But then I guess I could only withdraw like 500 at a time. At first I tried 1,000, but they won't let me. So I did 500 where they charged me $5, and then I did another like 500 where they charged me another $5. And when I was in Mexico, right, I used my credit card to take out some cash. Now, the reason why I did it simply because I was gonna pay it right back. I don't want to use my debit card for a reason, because if you use your credit card, they're gonna charge you cash advance. And then on top of that, there is a currency exchange rate. And then I think on top of that, there is another, there is a charge for the service that you use, right? So there's a lot of charges if you use like your credit card. Even if you use your debit card, there's still gonna be some charges. I make it rain, I make it rain. Now, the way that I see it, first of all, it's kind of weird that they didn't let me take out the 1,000. I could only do 500. But with Bitcoin, right? If we were to get Bitcoin for mass adoption, first of all, it's 24/7. It opens 24/7, and you pay for the miner's fee. But if you use Bitcoin as your store of value, imagine you are paying for the security. And when you travel, you will notice that there are a lot of charges, like especially from one currency to another currency, the exchange rate. And it varies, but I know it's not much. Like when I was in Mexico, I took out like 15, roughly about 300, and they charged me like $15. I know it's not much, but imagine if you imagine it's your money, right? And there's a limit on how much you can take out, and then and be in charge for each transaction, and sometimes they don't open on the weekend. I mean, a lot of these ATMs, it's really weird to me. We're at a point where if you are in crypto, you don't know when exchanges is gonna withhold your money. If you have your US dollar, like myself, in a bank account, you don't know when they're gonna freeze it, or with everything that's happening. And if there is a bank run, meaning everyone go to the bank and take out their money, they are not gonna have that money, because when you put your money in the bank, it's not your money, right? And what happened is they take that money and they lend it out to other people, and they make interest off of it. And I think you call it fractional reserve lending. I'ma hypnotize you. Ooh, I'm crazy. So, you know, in a way, I feel like, I mean, there are services for banks, but it's just the way that, it's being run. And if you truly understand the banking system, they are not your friend, my friend. Uh, and when I first started buying Bitcoin, I guess the one thing that I worried at the time was like I have to manage my money now, because if I do it wrong, I might lose it all. But then shouldn't that be the skill that you have when it comes to taking care of your finance? I mean, that's the very basic thing. I've mentioned this before, but if you run a business, my friend, like what I just said to you, it's pretty much me micro managing my finance. I have to keep track of, like, okay, why am I being charged? How can I avoid it? Or what is the minimum that I have to pay to use my own money, right? And when I put my money in the bank, it's not even my money. Isn't that crazy? But if you have Bitcoin and you put it on a hardware wallet, and eventually there's going to be mass adoption. Imagine just go and use your Bitcoin. It can be on a phone. It can be. I think it's going to be on a phone. It has to be, because otherwise, or it can be on a computer, but if you use it for large transaction, but if it's like day-to-day transaction, imagine like you have a hardware wallet, and then you have like a wallet on your phone where you can just like scan that little it's not a barcode, but it's that square thing. There's a word for it. I just can't think of it right now. Weak. And oh my God, the other inconvenience thing that I with with that, when you actually hold money, like paper money, and from one country to the next, like you kind of realize, wow, it's just a piece of paper and a belief system. There's nothing behind it. But at least with Bitcoin, it's like there's math, there are people, and the good thing is nobody's controlling it. Not the miners, not the one with the most Bitcoin. It's just a network where a bunch of people run the nodes, and nodes are pretty much to keep the transaction, to verify transactions. Now, when I don't want to talk about other coins, or even, I think right now Ethereum is like one of the top ones. But imagine imagine all of the validators that Ethereum has. It's still going to be centralized. It's just the amount of people there's a reason why institution is pumping money into Ethereum, because it's controllable, right? It's centralized. And I was gonna mention something about money being but anyway, my friend, those are just some of the things that I kind of realized when I travel. It's it's just the amount of charges to get from one currency to the next is crazy. And the other thing is wire transfer, right? If you, oh my God, I did a couple of wire transfers when I worked with the lawyer down in Jennifer, St. Kitts and Nevis. Every wire transfer was like 30 to 40 bucks, and I would have to be at the bank. And the crazy thing is, sometimes it can take usually it's a day, within a day or two. And the other thing I want to mention is it's oh my God. Basically what I'm saying is there are so many frictions when using the banking system, and and fiat. Dear universe, can you understand me? Bless my family, guide us all before we fall into insanity. I'm making a point. And when we use fiat, we are contributing to all of these perpetual wars and, hate propaganda. The people that are in power, the central banks, the Fed, like, we can clearly see it for the last 50 years, people that are in power, in charge of the money supply, the monetary system. Look what it's doing to humanity. Look what it's doing to the world. And the thing is, Bitcoin is a peaceful revolution. Think of it however you want. We are at a point of mass adoption, and absolute power, absolute corrupt, right? And that including me and you. I can talk about all I want right now, but who knows? When I have that much money, when I have that much power, and I'm surrounded by, sex, drugs, and all the other powerful, hungry people, maybe I'll change. Maybe I will not. Who knows, right? Can you trust yourself?
My armpits smell better than your. My armpits smell better than your.
The point is, my friend, is not to trust, but verify. Okay, verify. Trust, actually don't trust, because when we look at everything that's happening in the world, we cannot trust. We need a system where transactions can be verified. We know where it's going, because transparency, when it comes to money, decentralization and transparency are so important. And those are just some of the things that, if I can go fully crypto, because we're at a point at the very early stage of adoption, so I can't really go full crypto yet, because I still have to convert. But if I have a choice and I have an option, I would go fully Bitcoin. Did I say crypto? Bitcoin. There's a difference between crypto and Bitcoin. Oh, Bitcoin and crypto, okay? And the other thing is, Bank of America, I didn't need the bank account, but because I thought I would have to transfer the 150,000 to the country of St. Kitts and Nevis. That's why I opened up an account. And each month they charge me like $4.50. And then with Wells Fargo, every month, if I don't have 1,500, in my bank account, they charge me like, I think like $5 or $15 for service or maintenance fee. Can you imagine being charged for holding your money? I mean, for the service, but then at the same time using that money to lend it out and make money on interest. And we're at a point, my friend, I truly believe that, when push comes to shove, your bank account will be frozen. If there is a bank run, your bank account will be frozen. And, and that is something we should all be aware of, because, the people that are causing inflation, saying that they will tame inflation, and then, with the current administration saying that they want to keep the Inflation Reduction Act by printing more money to keep inflation down. I mean, at this point, I mean, the corruption is so deep and is right in our faces. It's like I'm just like, wow, I'm buying Bitcoin, I'm putting it on my hardware wallet, and I'm pushing for a better, free society. And I need your help, And if you have any question, I always recommend that you should do your own research. All the things that I just said, currency exchange, the banking system, my friend, pay attention. The next time when you go to your bank, the whole point of having your money is your money. You own it. Use it whenever you want. You don't need permission. You work hard for your money. You do legitimate work to own that money, to make that money. Money is energy. Energy is time. Time is money. Money is energy, time, and money. You get it? Okay, now how fast is the wind blowing? I know you probably can't see it, but you know what I'm saying, right? Cue everybody up in this bitch. My friend, much love. I will see you in the next video. Make a video, let me know. Let's have a conversation on this topic, okay? And if you think what I'm saying is not true, hit me up, make a video. Make a video, prove me wrong. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. But if you agree with me, and you know you want to create a better future for the future generations and even ourselves, right? I'm getting Bitcoin. I'm putting it on a hardware wallet. Okay. So much love. I'll see you in the next video. Ta-da.